Axie Infinity. So, Axie Infinity's numbers are not looking good. Here's the reality is, obviously its all-time high was spectacular. And to be fair, in 2021, things were looking amazing for it. We're going to take a look at what's happening right now versus what happened in 2021. Price back in 2021 versus what it is right now. Take a look at where this can go this year. Now, before I get into any of that, if you're new to this channel, this spreadsheet just shows the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel. In each of the videos, I showed myself buying up all of these cryptos. These were coins that I thought were going to make a lot of cash, which is obviously why I bought them. And these are what these coins were worth when I recorded the videos. These are the highs these coins hit around about 16 months on, and these are what your profits would have been from $100 into each. So if you had done $100 into every single one, you'd have made over 123 grand. Now, we're in a bull cycle, and if you are sitting on coins you're not confident in, you've got to sort your portfolio out. If you're not sure where to start, have a look at copymycrypto.com. This is the site I run where I share all the coins I own with my members. So whenever I find a crypto that I think is going to make a ton of cash, I jump onto my site, I tell my members about the crypto that I've found, why I'm buying it, and the price that I'm going to be buying it at. So my members get in and out of cryptos, same price as me. They make the same profit and they have no work to do at all. Now, if you go onto my site right now, you'll see some of the profits my members have made. You'll see their testimonials on the service they get at Copy My Crypto. You'll see some of my past successes. Now, whether that is a meme coin my members got in on, which did a 300x in a couple of weeks, whether it is Phantom, which did a 700x and made millionaires, it's all public record. You can go onto the old videos on this channel. You can verify everything that you read, you watch, you see. And if after doing that, you want to hear more, you want to find out the cryptos I own, the ones that are going to be the winners in this cycle, all you have to do to find out about those cryptos is join up on the site, guys. Now, Axie Infinity. So, Axie Infinity in 2021 absolutely banged. I mean, it went to an all-time high of $165. And you know what? It was in an upward trajectory. I remember doing a video about it when it was like $2. And that was in the beginning of sort of 2021. And its user base was good. Its user base was good, but it was growing. And that's what mattered. We were seeing net growth month on month on month on month. That hugely matters, particularly with a game, but even with a DApp, whatever it is, right? Fundamentally, the success of anything is going to be dependent on something something very specific, which is the user base. Does it grow? Because if it's dwindling, no one gives a shit and no one cares. And if it's dwindling, then the price will dwindle. But if a user base is growing month on month on month on month, then it's going to have success. And that was what was happening with Axie. I remember, like I say, it was basically this price when I did a video on it. And I said, this is going to do well. And this may get to 20, 30, even $40. And obviously it went way past that. But it was dependent on the user base growing. Now, Axie itself is on every big exchange, by the way. But so it's just a game, right? It's a blockchain-based trading and battling game. It's inspired by Pokemon, Tamagotchi, those kind of games. It allows players to collect, breed, raise, battle, and trade these token-based creatures known as Axies. There's 500 different body parts. There's huge variations. So you get ultra rare, you get common Axies, rare Axies, ultra rare, and legendary. Obviously, you can trade all of these and sell them. They're an NFT in and of themselves, so you can trade them. And they can be entered into battles. The game itself, they've actually got a few iterations of the game now. They've really kind of widened what they've done. And this had huge hype. It wasn't just hype. This was a user base that was staggeringly large. And why was that? People were making money, right? There are 11.4 million Axies. There are 2 million plus owners. They've done $4.3 billion in sales, 25 million transactions. I mean, they have, when this was at its peak, people were paying tens of thousands of dollars for a good Axie because that Axie could earn you, multiple thousands of dollars a month. Like, that was the benefit of this. They had land as well. There was tons to this, and there is tons to this. They've got a proper ecosystem of different game types here, and they are trying to build something that has a true ecosystem. And to be fair to them, look, they have built that. There is no knocking that whatsoever. we can jump onto the marketplace and you can kind of see where things are at right now. So let's say, sod off. So let's say we're looking at land. Land's always an interesting one because land in crypto is a weird thing. So volume over the last 24 hours, 2 Ethereum, right? That's it. 2 Ethereum. Bear in mind, at peak in 2021, it was probably doing 100 Ethereum a day, bare minimum, right? It was doing huge numbers. And some of the land, people are still, I mean, this is sorted by lowest price, so let's sort by highest price. So some people are trying to charge 3 ETH, 3.5 ETH for a piece of land within this game. Which, you know, some people may be successful in selling that. Axies themselves, that gets interesting. 10 ETH in volume over the last 24 hours. Again, let's sort by highest, not highest ID, highest price. Highest price. So you'll have the rarities. So someone's trying to charge. Wow. Okay, fine. So ridiculousness. So some people are trying to charge 500,000 Ethereum, 1.2 billion for an Axie. That's ridiculous. So let's get down to something that may be realistic. Right. So we've still got stupidity knocking about here. Okay. I mean, there's a lot of stupidity here in terms of the prices listed. Obviously, none of us going to ever sell. Maybe it's people hoping there's an accidental purchase. We're starting to get to more realistic numbers now. I still think, obviously, you're talking about 2.5 million for an Axie. That would be mental. But we have seen land go for that kind of amount in the past. And this is the reality. Like, there is a lot of Axies that are trying to be sold, but they've done 10 Ethereum in volume in the last 24 hours, so obviously people are not paying attention to these huge numbers. Now, the big thing and the most important thing for Axie is the number count. So in 2021, they skyrocketed, right? So this is what's worth watching, right? In 2021, and actually, I was doing videos about this in 2020, but they had like 10, and I remember them posting, we've got 10,000 monthly users. And then the next month it was about 20,000 or 40,000. They were growing exponentially. So these are monthly users versus daily users, right? So as you can see, very good numbers in 2021, and it got to crazy highs. You know, you had at points like 2.3 million daily users. 2.7 million monthly users. And this is where we're at now. Average monthly players, 360,000 in the last 30 days. Daily players, 23,950. That's 10 times less than what it was in April of 2024. The interest has dropped off. Hugely. And price has followed. That's the reality. April of 2024. Since then, so that's when the numbers really started dropping off, right? So since then, when it was April of 2024, it was about $9-10. And it has carried on dropping. It had a little bit of a peak. Obviously, in December of 2024, we had a bit of a bull run sort of month, particularly off the back of Trump's successful win in the presidential elections. And then since then, it continues to drop. And the reality is that interest isn't here. It's still knocking around the top 200. It's ranked 134th in the world in terms of market cap. But look, let's be honest. The user base is dropping. That's what matters. A game's success long term is dependent on a user base that continues to be there. This is not just that it's dwindling. It's fallen off a cliff from its all-time highs. Remember, its all-time high was 2.3 million. It is at 23,000 a day. We're talking about 100 times less people playing it. That equates to the price dropping. If they can't turn this curve around, this will continue to slide down, and in 4 or 5 years, no one will remember it. Personally, look, it's not one I would invest in right now because I don't see the numbers good. I don't see the numbers good enough to warrant investing. They've not turned a corner. Numbers continue month on month to drop. But in a natural bull cycle, we could see this have a rally. Because people will remember 2021. There'll be plenty of retail investors that go, oh, I remember Axie. Axie was amazing. Loads of people making money. People making money every month on Axie. So it might get to like 10, 20 bucks. It really might. But the reality is they've lost the big user base, which is America. Now it's about 40% of the entire user base is from the Philippines. What you would want to see from a successful game long term is that the user base is more westernized. That's not to shit on the Philippines or anything like that. That's just to explain that long term, the games that are the most successful are the ones that are adopted by the USA in particular. And this is not. So maybe it gets to 20 bucks, but those user statistics need to change dramatically. Maybe the new game, because they have one coming up that's got pre-registration, maybe that turns a corner. But right now, if you're just month on month seeing those numbers dwindle, for me, it's one you'd stay away from. But yeah, if you're an Axie Infinity holder or an NFT holder, what you hope and see? Do you think they're going to turn a corner? Do you think it's just people are less intrigued by crypto gaming right now? Do you think this is still going to be a mainstay of crypto gaming? What do you think? Let me know. And guys, we are in a bull cycle. And if you are sitting on cryptos you're not confident in, get to copymycrypto.com. Have a look through my site. On there, you will see some of the testimonials my members have made. You'll see some like the profits that they've made. You can see some of my past successes as well. Whether it's a meme coin that did a few hundred X in a couple of weeks, whether it's Phantom that did 700X and made millionaires, this is public record. It's all on the history of this channel. On the site, I share with my members every single coin I own. Whenever I find a crypto that I think is going to make a ton of cash, I jump onto my site. I tell my members about the crypto that I'm going to buy, the price I'm going to buy it at. My members can get in and out of crypto the same price as me, so they have no work to do at all. But read through the site, watch all the videos, verify it all. If you're interested and you want to find out more, whether it's the daily market updates I give my members where I explain where the market's going to go, by the way, predicted exactly what happened today. You can see that on the site. If you just want to know the cryptos that are going to be the winners of this bull cycle, again, you can see that on the site. All you've got to do to find out about any of it is join up. And if you do, I'll see you there. Otherwise, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy. Bye-bye.